Moving along then, let's take a look at the filter section. As you can see, we've got two filters here, which can be made to run in series, so one after the other, or in parallel, so side by side, with two separate filter outputs moving on to the next section in the synth. So I'm just going to initialize this patch once again. Before we check out the filters, of course, you have to make sure you have sound routing into them, which is done using the filter input dial here in the mix section. So at the moment, with an initialized patch, we've just got a single sawtooth waveform, don't forget, and at the moment it's set to just go into filter 1, which is at the top here. But at the moment, the filter is set to off, so it's not doing anything. So at the moment, we'll just hear the sawtooth waveform on its own. If I click up the top here though, what we can do is select one of these different filter modes. Let's start with Perfecto, which is kind of the closest things to the sorts of normal filter modes you hear on other synths. And then I can click up here to select the type of filter. So we'll start off with the default low pass or high cut filter. And then you'll hear, as I rotate the cutoff, I can decrease more and more of the high frequencies until we're left with just the bass at the bottom here. Alongside we have the resonance, which boosts the frequencies around the cutoff, as we saw back in the wave section. Just makes a much more colourful and tonal sounding filter. I'm just going to turn off the modulation down here at the moment. We'll get onto this section later, but for now I just want the cutoff to be in its current position, not modulating when I play notes. So there's a low pass with quite a high resonance going on, and I can choose high pass to filter out the bass, or band pass to filter out everything apart from a small band of frequencies. And you've got lots of different filter types there in the various modes, which we'll look at later on in the course. Acido, used to create kind of TB303 style effects. And then various sort of modes that are unique to Spire, and then also combo at the end here, which is like a comb filter. So kind of like a comb filter, but also has some kind of strange characteristics of its own that'll be fun to modulate, as we'll see later on. Let's go and choose a different mode though, like the low pass in this Infecto. And then let's see how to run the filters in different configurations.